Okay, here's our next Rapier and Dagger video, and it's going to deal with parallel and sequential parries. Let me show you what I mean. Now, I said last time that we are almost always going to be parrying with the dagger and not the rapier. Sometimes, though, we can use both to parry. So let's start with a sequential parry. Here's what it is. So if somebody is going to attack my right shoulder, then I can weight shift back and I can parry with the weapon in my right hand, which in this case is my rapier. And then I can bring my other sword over and support and reinforce that parry, or do a beat to knock their blade out of the way. And then I can do the same thing on my left side. I take the weapon that's in my left hand and I parry, and then I bring the other hand over and either support, reinforce that parry, or knock it aside in a sequential beat parry. So the high lines look like this: right hand, and then left hand, right hand here. Now I want you to notice a couple things. First of all, the second hand is always in front. So we first parry here, and then the second hand comes out in front. We're not going to try and cross hands and parry back here, crossing my arms. It goes right in front, so it's nice and easy. That means on these high line parries, the thumbs and knuckles and fingers are going to be facing in towards each other, here and here, here and here, because we always parry with the hand that is on the side of the attack first, and then bring the other one in front. And we're always doing it with the true edge of the blade. So here, the hands are towards each other. But when we do it in the low line, it's going to be the opposite. Here's what I mean. So first, I parry with the hand that's on that side, and then I bring the other hand out, and just like before, it's going to be on top. I'm not going to try and parry underneath here. I'm going to parry on top, in front of the blade. And then, same thing on the other side, I parry here, and then I bring the other weapon on top in front and reinforce or beat. And that means the backs of my palms are now going to be facing each other. Not like this, but in the low lines, we're like this. So high lines, fingers are facing each other. Low lines, the backs of the hands are facing each other. Here, here, and here, here. Okay? So, we can also, instead of doing them one at a time, 1, 2, we can do them at the same time. So we can go here in a parallel parry, and here, and here, and here. Oops, here. Sorry, let's try those low lines again. Here, and here, and here, and here. So I have to take the hand out from underneath, switch it over, and then rotate both hands here, here. Practice this motion doing the parallel parries on the low lines. The high lines are pretty easy. Here, here, here. Low lines, get the palms facing away from each other and the backs of the hands facing each other. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to choose either sequential or parallel, and I would like you to show me 4 parries: shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Either sequential or parallel, it's up to you. Please state which one you're doing, either sequential or parallel. So if we're doing them sequentially, it looks like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If we're doing them parallel, it's going to look like this. Same time, same time, same time. Okay, so that is what I would like you to film this time. Now, I am going to show you one other really neat trick. Okay, one final last little trick with these parallel and sequential parries. There is something that you can kind of do that's pretty cool here. So I've got Dante here again, and so Dante is going to attack my left shoulder here. Dante attacks my left shoulder. Now I could parallel parry and hit at the same time. I could sequential parry and hit with one hand and then the other hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sequential parry. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to take my backhand and lift it off the blade underneath and then do a beat parry. So real fast, the whole thing looks like this: 1, 2, 3. And then we can do it on the other side, and it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, a little bit faster, and it goes 1, 2, 3. And there's nothing really practical about that. It's just an extra little cool, little flashy thing that you can do that just looks really neat, adds a little flair to it. Thank you so much, Dante.